Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for another video. We got a quick one today. It's just a little learning lesson. Not to the end of the world kind of situation, but it is a very good learning lesson for those involved. If you want to be in the Pokemon hobby, if you're going to be in the Pokemon hobby, if you're going to be known whatsoever in the Pokemon hobby, please just don't screw. If you screw people over, people are not going to want to do business with you. You often see it when people are leaving. People are leaving the hobby. You often see it in the dark depths of the kind of the shady zones, as I like to call them. Maybe some of the Facebook groups, the Razzly Dazzles, all those business relationships with that, the whatnot kind of stuff, the G-baller stuff that you wouldn't expect on probably the higher end. And higher end is kind of what we're looking at today. Not super crazy high end, but high end enough that this doesn't occur very often. All the other people that are dealing in this market are going to talk with one another. They're going to make a post if you absolutely give them the shaft. So today's subject on the screen here, we have Moe's Cards. And Moe's Cards did a little no-no, did a little bit of a screwing over. And again, if you're dealing in, you got PSA 10s, you got some expensive cards here. You're dealing with all people that know each other. At this end of the hobby, at the high end of the hobby, everyone's going to talk. Everyone's going to do deals with one another. There's a whole lot more hanking and panking with each other than something like just near mint copies, whatever it might be. Regardless, there's no reason for it. You do not have to go out of your way to screw people. And that's the story of the day here. We have a post on everyone's favorite forum, Elite Forum. We have a certain Tony, Mr. Tony's Who Here, or MRTZ, I guess, Gen 3 participant, who makes this thread here and says, Moe's Cards on Instagram goes against his word twice, screws me over, and profits off of me. So, I mean, it's all kind of laid out. This isn't like a tricky scenario like we had with the Charizard Baller 69 dude before, where he was like doing some secret transactions. At least I hope there weren't any secret transactions or lies about numbers. If anyone has information about the card at hand, about the card in question here, please let me know. If you were the person that sold this at the old Chicago Collecticon, if you were the person that purchased this at the Chicago Collecticon, please let me know how much you did, how much you paid for it, how much you sold it for, because I don't know, if somebody's going to screw somebody on one end of things, I'd like to confirm that the rest of it is above board. Regardless, there's no excuse for what happens here. Let's get into the recap, and then we'll go through the DMs. We might have to do a French Cowboy for this one, so if you hate the French Cowboy, you might want to mute and read the DMs yourself. Now, what's he saying? He's got longish story here with a lot of screenshots. The messages speak for themselves. Fuck this guy. TLDR, guy on Instagram offers to buy cards at upcoming Collecticon. I send a request for a card in advance. He finds the card. I send him the money. He buys the card. He asked me if I would resell it higher and split the profit. I said, no, please, I don't. I want the card badly. So if you're gonna offer to do something for someone, just do it. No strings attached, no takesies backsies, just do it. He sells the card 2 hours later for $1,000 more, refunds me, and sends me $100 on top of what I paid for the card. So it sounds like he's just taking a loan out. He's doing a little flipper dipper on somebody else's dime with somebody else, because worst case scenario, what, he makes money on this card, or he just sends it to the person that paid for it. So it's like he's got people floating his inventory, at least in this scenario here. I don't know if this is a standard practice, if anyone has information of him doing the same thing to somebody else. But this is the kind of thing where even though you're not necessarily directly stealing from someone, you offer to purchase something, you purchase it, then you sell it. You tell them that you have the intention to sell it, and you sell it. So you're using somebody. It's not good. What good comes out of this? He's essentially, he's dragging his own name through the mud. He's burning a contact in the form of Mr. Tony's here. And then whoever Mr. Tony's talks to and says, like, this dude just sold my card. He bought a card for me. I paid for it. And he sold it on me and kept the money. So it gets worse. There is a little bit of a little bonus screwing where he says that he's going to split the profit. But then he just sends them an extra $100 back, like on top of the refund. So it's not acceptable. I don't know, in what world do you think that that's a good idea? You ruined your name for $900. I mean, maybe you've done it before. Maybe this is a great business strategy in terms of like making a quick flip, making a quick buck. But in terms of relationships, in terms of proving yourself as somebody that's reputable, that's going to stand behind their word, you kind of fucked yourself. Basically, the screenshots say it all. Total scumbag move. Then offers to buy more cards for me before telling me I burned a bridge. It might be the other way around. LOL, for a second, I thought I was going crazy talking to him, trying to make me feel bad. Totally upsetting. I guess I'm back in the market for this card again. Want to buy thread coming soon. For reference, I bought the card off him for $1,800 a month prior, or he bought another card, which was the video, I guess, there was packaging. So this is somebody that you had a relationship, that was a customer of yours, that was buying cards from you. Maybe vice versa. Maybe in the future, something else, and you burn them. So this is where it would be bad enough if you're like not upfront, honest, transparent about how much you're paying for something. If somebody has something for sale and they say, I'll give you an extra $100 for it, or hey, I negotiated this down, you said you wanted it for this price, I got it for this. There's probably some money to be made there in an upfront and honest manner. If they say, hey, I want to spend $1,800 on this, and you say, hey, I'm going to try and get one. If I get one, are you going to pay $1,800? Even if you paid $1,700, even if you paid $1,600, if they were happy with that price and you were upfront and honest, and you weren't telling them that you paid $1,800, again, it's just common courtesy, and it's ridiculous that this has to come to what this came to. So now, the link tree, thank you guys. The link tree is the best way to support the channel. We got scammies, we got whammies, and you know those damn whammies. They don't like the videos. We got to cover stuff that's boring sometimes. This is probably boring to some people. Other people, this is a learning lesson. This is something that you need to learn. This is something that you should avoid doing. Somebody out there is going to benefit from this. I promise. Now, what do we got here? We got the affiliate links. Click those before you're shopping for the stuff you're going to buy anyway. Buy yourself something nice, support the channel, and no additional cost to yourself. Rather than send me money, click on those bad boys before you're shopping on all the Walmarts and all the other crap that you buy anyway. Now, discount codes, even better. Save yourself some money, support the channel at the same time. We got the card market if you're in Europe, or you can get someone to buy it from Europe for you. Troll and Toad, you guys have been absolutely crushing it with the Rattle 5 code. Save yourself 5%, support the channel. Huge help in the openings, huge help in a whole lot of stuff. Now, back to the DMs. Let's get to the DMs here. Again, we got a French cowboy warning. You've been warned. Let's get it. Hey, if you come across a lenticular Deoxys PSA 10 at Collecticon, would you mind letting me know? I'll PayPal you the price if you do. Yeah, but do you know your max price on it? So there's no problem with it if you say, hey, I want it for this much, and you make a couple bucks, as long as you're not, deceiving someone into thinking that, or just say, like, how much do you want to pay for it? Get it for less. Make yourself a couple bucks. I think that's fine. Don't tell them that you paid that was full price or anything like that. There's no reason to lie. There's money to be made regardless. Or don't promise to make people. Don't promise to buy stuff for people. Probably 2.5 to 3K. Perfect. I'll note it down. Awesome, thank you. Just make sure you're around your phone. And we got a little thumbs up. Yo, please tell me you're awake. Haha. Yo, please tell me you're awake. Haha. I guess that was the same message. We just read it twice. Whoa, let me check the PSA website quick. But if you can offer 2K first, that'd be great. 1 min. So it says offer on here. I don't know if the price, again, this is like one of those areas where if you're going to screw somebody over on a deal, on one end of things, my concern is that the price was not necessarily what you're disclosing either. But, who knows? The things, the dumb shit, this is like on the list of like dumb shit people will do to make a buck. Like the value of the cards, the value of the relationships that you've clearly made. Even I don't know what those relationships are. I don't know what they look like. I can almost guarantee, based on the cards that you own, that this was not worth $900. This was a mistake. This was a huge mistake. Hopefully he realizes that. Hopefully he owns it. Gets on with doing better business in the future. 1 min. Oh, fuck, I'm an hour late. Yeah, the back looks super clean. Definitely offer on it if you can. Get back there. 3.1 firm. And he won't do 2.5 question mark. I tried. 3.1 was lowest in cash too. So how much would I PayPal you to get that converted to cash? 32. $31.50. Just PayPal is fine, and then whatever shipping you want. Give me a deadline to decide that works for you. Anytime, bro. Okay, I'll message you before noon Eastern with an answer. All right, let's do it. Sent 32 should cover a safe shipping option and an extra energy drink for you. Thanks, man. So this is like, it's like a friendly thing. You've done business with them before. This isn't like, there should be no expectation. If you offer to buy stuff for people, or even if you want to offer to buy stuff and you just have an upfront, you're just like, hey, yeah, just pay me an extra 10%, get me back next time, whatever it might be. Again, they had a working relationship before there was a transaction that was done. There's no, it gets grimy here. So we get a little gaslighty, a little grimy coming up. Spoiler alert. Also, if you come across a NYC Lucky Stadium 10, I'm down for 1.1K. If you see it more, I'll wait for now. Don't want to waste your time, so no need to message. Secured. So you can see here the payment, they agreed to it. It was happening, and it was purchased. It was bet will ship Monday probably. So he's going to ship it. He's making arrangements to ship it. Hell yeah, thanks a ton. That's awesome. Yep, if someone wants it for way more, do you want me to sell and split profit? Because you did buy it first, and I'm also getting some wild offers. Haha. So if you want to show it off to other people at the show, whatever it is, at this point in time, you accepted payment from Tony's. It's his card. Even though you did him a solid, you picked it up for him, that it is not your choice to be made. And when Tony says, no, please don't sell it, you don't sell it. It's pretty much that simple. I do not want to sell it, please. Haha, bet unless I get a... When they always say bet, you know something bad's going to happen when we get the crying, laughing emojis and bet. Bet unless I get a 4K cash offer. It's yours. Won't sell for anything any less to anyone, but 4K cash pays my rent. Won't the fuck you over 800 or less though. That's not funny. I would almost assume that this was a joke at this point in time, because you wouldn't think somebody would just like light their reputation on fire over $900. Like, it blows my mind. Just being 100% honest. Haha, but I don't think it'll go for that. Wait, 4K over what I paid, or 4K flat? 4K flat, haha, cash, but 4K over 3,200, it would have been gone. Like, it's just like anything for a couple extra bucks. Like, the shortcut here, I hope in hindsight he sees like how much of a fucking stupid decision this was. Shit, now I'm nervous. Haha, I'm not a dick. Someone offered 3,700 and said no, but 4K, it's gone. So, is he joking? Is he not joking? It didn't seem like he's joking. This 3,700 hurt. No, you already made the transaction. It's not your card to sell. If he wanted you to sell it, fine. Whatever. I gotta put my phone down for a while. Fuck. Don't be too scared. Haha. Goddamn. Now I'm scared. Haha. On 3,200 I made 0. So if I can make 1,000 to pay for my trip is the only way it's sold. Haha. 4,250 sold. Sent you an extra 100 for the shitty deal gone wrong. So you know it's a shitty deal. You know you screwed him. My G paid for the whole trip though. So I think somewhere here he says that he's gonna split it if he sells it. Maybe we passed that. Maybe I'm half asleep here. We gotta have a little bit of coffee. Fuck, that blows. God damn it. Honestly, pretty upset, man. God damn it. Like, dog, this extra 100 is nothing. So, again, if they were splitting it, if they had some agreement, that's fine. He said don't sell it. He sold it. Yeah, but the extra 1,000 for me pays for my trip, and on 3,200 I was making $0. But we'll hook you up on any other deals. But understand if you're blown. Why would you pay him money to buy other cards so that he can like have a free inventory essentially, where he can make some money off of the cards that you wanted him to purchase for you? Like, it makes no sense. It's clearly not the way that that things should work. Yeah, you made 1K, but there are so many other places in the Pokemon space to make 1K. Exactly. Like, why burn a bridge? Rare ass card. Like, you offered to make that post to buy cards for people come on, man. Haha, it's also a business. You offered $0 tip or service fee, $0. What the bridge am I burning? If you wanted a service fee, if you wanted a percentage, if you wanted 10%, finder's fee, whatever it might be, you say that in advance. You don't complain about it afterwards and sell the person's card that they paid for. What bridge am I burning? You didn't help me in any way. He bought something from you previously. Like he's a customer. Did you make any money off of that transaction? All right, dude. Fuck me then. Thanks. Just doesn't make sense. Like I make $0 total or $1,000 total. What makes me not want to make the $1,000? So he's saying he's making $1,000 here. I guess it was over 1,000 because it was more than the 3,200. I don't know. I think he was claiming that he made $900. Again, the numbers, I don't trust the numbers. I'd love to see or hear from the people, the vendor that sold that card, and the person that purchased it, what those numbers were. If he was splitting it, but I mean, if he's gonna shaft him on the dollar value on like giving him just an extra $100, maybe he's not lying about the numbers. It's kind of bad. I don't know. It's a weird situation because he's like screwing somebody over, but he's doing it to their face or in DMs. I guess he's telling them he's screwing them. Just doesn't make sense. Like I make $0 total or 1,000 total. What makes me not want to make the $1,000? I bought it up front too because you were thinking on it. That's not what it sounded like. You wanted him to send the money. You didn't say that you purchased it anyway. I don't believe that. Sure, man. Hope that $1,000 was worth it. I asked how much, man. You said $3,150. I gave you $3,200. You gave him a little bit extra. I mean, it's not $1,000 extra, but that's the thing. I sent you a free 100, bro. Please understand, this is my business too. That's not how you do business. That ain't it. And $3,150 plus $30 for shipping, so I would make $20 total, or $900 after I gave you an extra $100. We're just not gonna agree on this matter, and you already decided for both of us. Have fun, dude. Hope the $1,000 for the business and hard work you do makes it worth it. But just do it yourself. If you're gonna flip stuff, if you're gonna want to flip stuff, do it with your own money. Don't promise the card to somebody else. If you find a deal, you take the card, you buy the card, and it's your own money that's sitting there. Instead, he's trying to take basically just it's a con. It's some con artist type shit where he's making you essentially flip the bill. And there's no risk involved whatsoever. If he doesn't sell the card, you get the card because you paid for it. If he does sell the card, he makes a bunch of money and he tells you to fuck yourself. Haha, thanks, man. But yes, I will always stand by making $900 instead of $20 when I fronted all the cash 10 out of 10 times, especially when you haven't helped me in any way at all now or before this. He paid you for the card. It was his card. There was no... I don't believe that I bought it. I think there would have been a message that said, "Hey, I bought it. Do you still want it? If not, I'm going to keep it." I don't think that was the arrangement. And regardless of how good the price was, make your arrangement. Make your conditions in advance. If you want to be a sleazy wheezy, if you want to charge 10% for a finder's fee, make that very upfront and honest ahead of time. Say, I'm going to get the best price I possibly can on it. Be upfront and honest, show the receipts, show that you paid whatever you paid for it. If it was $1,800, whatever it was, whatever you're buying. If you bought something for $1,000, show them the receipt for $1,000, and then say, hey, 10% on top of that, finder's fee. You wanted this certain card. It's hard to find. I took time out of my day on my trip that I could have been doing other stuff, making other money. But that's the thing too. I don't think you probably don't have the spare cash to be just like grabbing stuff like that. If you're concerned over the $900 that much, like if it's like you're paying rent with it, like whether or not he needs it to pay rent, or if that's what his rent costs and that's his justification, don't really know. Haha, thanks, man. But yes, I will always stand by making $900 instead of $20 when I fronted all the cash 10 out of 10 times, especially when you haven't helped me in any way and all before this. Just for clarity, I didn't ask you to front it, and you didn't buy the card until after I paid you. Like what? Yeah, that's what it seems like to me based on the messages. I bought it before, brother. Knew it'd sell if you bought or not. Okay. Also, where's the half of the profits? So, yeah, he said earlier on in the messages there that he was going to split the profits if he sold it. So not only is he not getting the card that he actually wanted to buy, he's not getting half the profits. He gets $100 because this guy is just, he wants the $900. That's the payment, right? Aha! Warned you. Warned you too. Wasn't hip. I got it for so much less than comps. Another thing you said you do, which you didn't do. My guy, you can be mad, but like you have to see where I'm coming from, Laffy. So just like this is just like a big warning. If you see anyone that does stuff like this, just like don't deal with them. Save yourself the headache. Don't deal with anyone that does anything of the sort. If they did it to someone else, they're probably doing it to you or anyone else that gives them some money to hold onto a card or find a card. So not a great gimmick, because as soon as somebody catches you in the act, as soon as someone shares this information, like we see here with Tony's, this is what you end up with. You just look like a fucking dickhead. You look like an idiot that no one should deal with. If I was in your shoes, I 100% would not have done what you did. Many other people wouldn't either. No, you shouldn't. Again, this is like one of those things where like you don't expect it. You don't expect it on like the higher end and the more expensive end of the hobby. Yes, there's grimers, regardless of like what scale they're on in the Pokemon industry, but usually towards the top end here, you don't see many people griming people out of stuff like this, like especially right up front and honest, where like there's no like catching them. Like he just bad business practice, and it's right out in the open. So again, it's Pokemon. Unfortunately, we have to deal with the fact that a lot of these people that are running it like a business, that are running it as a business, they don't know how to do proper business. Like this blows my mind. This is up there with like top things. Like at least if you're scamming people and you're secretly scamming people, you probably think you're going to get away with it. Here you're being a shithead right out in the open. 1,000 to me in a lot, my guy. Also, you didn't tip or help me at all. I gotta make my money. Sounds like poker flute. Not just because of the French cowboy accent. No comps, much higher than what I bought it for. I have seen your collection. No, it's not. So we're just ignoring this or what? So, okay, here's the message here, and we did read it. It says, if someone wants it for way more, do you want me to sell and split profit? So why are you offering to buy stuff for people if you're going to sell it on them? Why are you letting them pay for something? Why are you letting them pay for your inventory? Why are you offering to split profit and then going back on that? Like, he told you not to do it, but even then your offer was to split the profit. So you split the $1,000. So you get $500, but I guess that doesn't pay your rent. And I would imagine that he'd probably be less upset if you split the profit, because he was flipping the bill on the card itself. That was the agreement. That was the arrangement. Bro, I understand you're mad, but giving you 500 for free, please be happy with your free 100 for doing absolutely nothing. No, he funded the card. Otherwise, you should have just bought it yourself. You shouldn't offer to buy people cards if you're gonna sell them. LOL, twice you went back on your word now. Anyway, this is getting too much. We won't agree. Cool, burned your bridge after you're not understanding why I did this. I'm not sure why I'd want to do business anyway. So like, he's talking a lot of bridge burning talk for somebody that is kind of dead. Exactly that. So you can see here in the comment section as well, if you head on over to the E4, that everyone's pretty much in agreement that just like, this guy's a dick. Why would you don't do business with him? That's basically what it comes down to. Don't buy anything. I mean, if there's just a straightforward transaction, but even if you're buying something from him, these are the kind of actions that it's similar to like he sells something at auction, he cancels the auction because it didn't go for the amount that he wants. Like that's the kind of like, it's like a scam light. It's like a scam light here. So like you're greasing. You're not full greasing. You're not straight up robbing people. But you are definitely, that's some shady business practice if I've ever seen it. Unfortunate. but that's the world we live in. Make sure you surround yourself with good people. Make sure you warn people if they're gonna do business with some sketchy wetchies. Tell them to stay the hell away from anything of the sort. If the warning signs are there, just go elsewhere. Do a business with someone else. Just don't waste your time, guys. Time is valuable. In terms of collecting and just in general, right? All right, I'm gonna go hang out with the family. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Happy Monday to the rest of you peeps. Happy early Thanksgiving, I guess, to the Americans. Love you all, regardless. Everywhere else in the world, you guys, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Join the Discord. Use the link tree. Love you guys. Look out for each other out there. Don't be at Moe's cards. Don't shaft somebody on fucking $1,000. It's so dumb.